Hello, everybody, and welcome to Word World. I'm your host, Jeff.
And I'm Beth.
And let's talk about California. It seems like the California Democrats are demanding answers for high gas prices. They're not going to like the response. Would you like the response?
Depending on what the response is.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what they're being told.
Mm-hmm.
California Democrats demanded answers from gas companies for still skyrocketing gas prices, accusing oil and gas producers and refiners of raising prices more than necessary in order to rake in profits. Well, here are the facts. Oil prices are down, and yet gas prices are up. That's because greedy oil company is ripping you off. California Governor Gavin Newsom tweeted on Thursday. That's wrong. Either way, saying that he planned to tax the oil companies more in response. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I wonder where all those taxes will go.
Well, not just that. It's just you're planning on taxing the oil companies for what? Wow, that can cause a big problem for California.
Mm-hmm.
Even more than normal. They are raking in record profits. That's correct. At your expense. That's not the... I'll just read it. I'm calling for new tax on these corrupt oil companies to put money back in your pocket.
That's not going to work. How do you... If people have to pay more taxes to get gas...
No. It's for the oil company.
Okay.
Well, but even then... Okay. Well, let's just simply see what it all has to say here, because so far it sounds far out there.
Mm-hmm.
But this is California we're talking about. California Department of Energy Chair David Hochschild demanded answers from the industry, tweeting, "Last week I asked the oil industry for answers about the recent gas spike placing an unacceptable burden on Californians. Maintenance alone cannot explain a sudden $1.54 increase in what refineries charge for every gallon of gas." He's obviously an idiot. I mean, I'm guessing. Or he's just saying that to try and quell the people. Because do you know why gas prices have gone
up? Corporate greed?
No.
No.
No. OPEC has now admitted that they're now going to stop and they're going to lower their output by 2 million barrels a day.
Oh, okay.
Which means less oil that you can be able to refine or do anything else, which means prices go up.
Right.
Ta-da! And since Biden has forced everyone to stop being able to be resourceful and stop getting oil from other places into America, the only way we can be able to get oil is through OPEC and all of them, so then our prices go up.
Okay, I get it. The whole supply and demand type thing.
Yep. Well, and especially if you don't allow anything else to happen. Because remember, before he took office, we were energy sufficient.
Yeah.
We relied on ourselves for oil, nothing else. Mm-hmm. Until he came in, and the first things he did, and so it was get rid of it all. And then all of a sudden, oil prices and gas prices went up. Who would have thunk? Okay, let's see now. Texas-based Valero Energy issued a response. Somebody bothered. With 1 day to spare, and laid out a litany of reasons that serving the California market was an uphill battle for any energy company. Yeah. You think your oil prices are high now, or gas prices? Wait until the rest of the companies stop bothering to deal with your state, and then all of a sudden you don't have any. It's just not, it won't be economical for them to even bother to do business with your state, so then why would they bother? They don't need to. They're a company. Valero responded to California. Who cares? For Valero, California is the most expensive operating environment in the country. No kidding. And a very hostile regulatory environment for refining. Ooh, so they okay, yeah, they'll probably just pull out the refinery, stop even bothering using it. California policymakers have knowingly adopted policies with the express intent of eliminating the refinery sector. California requires refiners to pay very high carbon cap and trade fees and burdened gasoline with costs of low carbon fuel standards. With the backdrop of these policies, not surprisingly, California has seen refineries completely close or shut down major units. Yeah, so basically they're just shutting down the refineries and saying, screw you. When you shut down refinery operations, you limit the resilience of the supply chain. Yeah, because you have to ship in. Oh, you want to be able to rank up the emissions. All of a sudden, all you're going to have is a bunch of oil tankers and stuff like driving all the way through to be able to do all your, for delivering all your gas now from out of state. Yeah, that'll lower your emissions in the state, won't it?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's going to greatly increase it.
Right.
Folkward whatever went on to explain that California has mandated a special fuel blend that was not available in other parts of the country, meaning that it has to be specially formulated. That's going to be expensive. And that in times of shortage, additional supply cannot be simply shipped in from elsewhere. Yeah, no kidding, right?
Right.
If one state, and so if you're making a particular fuel only for one state, if all of a sudden, wherever the demand meets the output, how are you going to be able to get it from somewhere else when you're not making it for literally any other place?
Right.
You're not. All you're going to do is just not have it. From the perspective of a refinery and fuel supplier, California is the most blah, blah, blah. We already did that. Full work cow. Concluded by warning the state that additional taxes and regulations, such as the tax proposed by Nelson, will be very likely only serve to make the situation even worse. Yeah, because all they're going to do is shut down other refineries. And then you're just not going to have the gas. And you can't make them open it.
Mm-hmm.
We believe the commission experts understand that California cannot mandate a unique fuel that is not readily available outside of the West Coast and then burden or eliminate California refining capacity and expect to have robust fuel supplies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Adding further costs in the form of new taxes, all that's going to do is just be passed down to the consumer anyways.
Right.
If regulatory constraints will only further strain the fuel market and adversely impact refiners, and ultimately those costs will pass down to California consumers. Who would have thunk that?
Right.
Okay, that's it. So, yeah, what are you thinking about this and so that? I don't know why. To me, it's about he's more of a nuisance than he is a Newsom.
Yeah.
Yeah, to call him Governor Nuisance. Hey, TM that Governor Nuisance. But anyways, what do you think, though?
I feel bad for the people who like the working folk of California, because it's like, with doing this, it'll ultimately hurt them, and, they won't be able to, that has a trickle-down effect of, like, getting to work would be more expensive, and, bringing in food will be more expensive because it's already expensive. But, once this happens, I could just imagine how much more expensive it would be.
Oh, yeah.
And, it's just not a good situation. It doesn't quite make a whole heck of a lot of sense.
Well, the only thing that I agree with so far that I see on the picture itself is diesel is cheaper than gas,
mm-hmm.
which is always a fact.
Mm-hmm.
The reason is because there's once when you have the basic refining from the oil, diesel is a normal byproduct and stuff like that, and there's no other real serious refining that needs to be done to it.
Mm-hmm.
Gasoline, on the other hand, is if it has to be further refined, which more processing, etc., in order to make the gasoline that you're used to. It's not the other way around.
Mhm.
So that's why yours is always amusing and how diesel and so is more expensive than gasoline. It's like that doesn't make any sense when it's easier to make.
Right.
That is market manipulation.
Hmm.
But in this one, it just happens to be 20 cents cheaper than normal gasoline. I was like, okay, yeah, it'd be a lot cheaper than that technically, but that's just what it is. But yeah, especially with California also having those rolling blackouts that they don't want to talk about and all this sort of stuff, whatever,
Hmm.
in different parts of the state and everything. I mean, to me, it's of it. Just California just sounds more and more like a third-rate country than it does one of the states of the United States.
Right.
It's just crazy.
Hmm.
And then all of a sudden, a bunch of other states want to emulate California.
Yeah.
Why? You think California's good? Move there and find out. That's why in Visitors, California has lost so many citizens that they've lost a seat in Congress or a couple of seats or something like that. It's just ridiculous because all of a sudden their population's dropped. That's probably one reason why they need all the illegal immigrants.
Hmm.
That's why they can count them in order to be able to still get their votes and stuff. But wow. Yeah, hopefully in some like California would just, I mean, they're electing these people into office, so it's their own fault. Personally, that's how I see it. I mean, you elect the people that are, that, you elect these people in, you keep them in office, and then you can get what you sow.
Hmm.
At least for me, I don't know. What do you think?
It seems to make sense, like if you don't like what's going on, then elect new folk.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know. It's going to prove to be interesting and so that because they're going to be doing this, all it's going to do is just simply, it's going to hurt the California people more than anything.
Yeah.
Is what it's going to do.
Right.
And it's all they're doing is just trying to be able to blame, it's a gas company. It has nothing to do with us.
Right, but here you are raising taxes or want to propose to raise taxes.
And that the companies and stuff that aren't going to just swallow it.
No.
Because they don't even control some of the price of oil that they're getting and stuff like that. That is out of the company's any control at all. That and some of it is by the oil prices and some of that the world is going by. That and so it is out of their hands. So yeah, as oil prices go up for the barrels of oil, gas companies and all that, and so they make more money. That's right. Why and so OPEC and so is now reducing theirs and so by 2 million barrels of oil a day. So all the barrels of oil will go up in price. So they make more money.
Right.
It's not rocket science.
No.
But some of these politicians and so that, and their insistence on emissions and this and that and whatever, and trying to be able to throw it down people's throats and so that, quick. It's like, it's not the way to do it. But, they think so and they're in office. So, that's what matters. Anyways, and so that, any last thoughts?
No, it's a sad situation, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, and hopefully and stuff it just stays in California. I hope no other states and stuff like New Jersey and New York or whatever is going to be stupid enough to do this as well.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a few other states and stuff that are even whoa. But we'll see. At least nobody else and stuff like has a special gasoline that you have to be able to have in California.
Right.
So it's called okay, whatever. All right, then it's like and share and let us know what you think down below. All right, everybody? You guys have a great one.
Bye.
Bye-bye.